At the top of this video, I want to reiterate something I said on the Facebook page earlier today. Last night, I saw a green light of some sort falling through the sky south of Waxahachie. I was arriving at HEB with my family and just very quickly asked on the page if anyone else had seen it and anyone had any idea what it may have been. Someone commented on a post about a comet that was supposed to be visible soon, and I did just a brief look at the information and decided incorrectly that that's what I saw. Had I done my due diligence and looked at the deeper details and frankly used my common sense, I would know that that was not indeed a comet. I don't know at this juncture what it is. There's talk of a satellite. There's talk that someone may have used some kind of high flare or something of that sort. There's a number of different possibilities. And frankly, I'm not going to waste the time trying to figure out what it was because, frankly, this whole experience is just an example and a reminder that I need to keep my head in the lower parts of the atmosphere, or at least within our atmosphere, and not let my head get so big it goes above the clouds. I hope you can accept my apology and forgive me for that misstep and that mistake that I should never have made. I must always take the time to do the research that is needed, look into it, really find out if the information I'm sharing is accurate enough to share. I take this brand seriously, and I need to act like it. I hope you can forgive that mistake. Now let's get to the weather. Today it's warm, and it doesn't feel like January by any stretch of the imagination. But it won't be long before we get a reminder that it is indeed January, and we still have some time in winter to go. Behind me, a beautiful sunrise, from this morning from Corey Frey here in Waxahachie, and a great look at the clouds that we're going through this morning as we have a system approaching from the west. It won't bring us any rain. We are clear right now. The front is still off to the west. Looks like any showers or thunderstorms that we get will be off to our east, so it will be a dry front when it moves through our area. Highs today, man oh man, 82, 83 degrees across our area, and overnight tonight, though, after that front comes through, we will cool down 45, 46 degrees, and that's pretty warm compared to where we will be the next couple of nights as that front brings some cooler air in. And we're back on record watch. Forecast high today was 82 degrees. Some of us may get above that, especially in the southern counties. The record high, of course, we're looking at Midway Airport near Waxahachie, and the records only go back to 2009, but the record was 2017 at 76 degrees. And hey, we're breaking records, but the funny thing is, when I updated this graphic, it was, of course, from the summer, and 2017 was still there. Clearly, 2017 was quite a warm year, and this month back then was no different. But we've broken that record, but it's only been a couple of days. It hadn't been a long stretch because the front is on the way, and that will take care of business. More rain in California. Eventually, we're going to see the system shift a little bit further north. They already have to some degree. They'll continue to shift a little bit northward, but we have this system coming in that moved through there, and we already have the next one in California. It's just been relentless there. But as I mentioned, it's moved our way, and it's just we're not getting the kind of punch that we usually have from these storms that bring in a dry line and all these kind of things. A lot of the time when you see a dry line, you have these warm temperatures, you're really concerned about possibly strong storms, but there's just not the kind of moisture and not the kind of setup that we need to get those storms in our area. There is a dry line. We're looking at higher, I believe it says our dew point is right around 63 degrees here. And that is humid, but it will be pushing through and drying things out along with the front. And the next couple of nights, we're going to be close to freezing, if you can believe it. So 80 now, close to freezing the next couple of nights. Hey, that is weather in Texas. So let's go ahead and cover the forecast because there's a few things to talk about. I hadn't talked about the wind yet. It is windy out there, and it's going to continue to be windy, only Tomorrow, things will be blowing the opposite direction. So if you have something blow away today, don't worry. The south wind that carried it away today may be returned by a north wind tomorrow. That says south. It should be a north wind because we will be behind that front, and that's 57 degrees for the high tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I am a little bit concerned about some light freezing across the area, especially in those low-lying areas. So you want to cover the plants. You want to bring the pets in. This isn't pipe-popping weather, but good news is, or bad news is rather, that we will be close enough that some of those plants could be vulnerable. 56 degrees Friday, so we pretty much stay in the mid to upper 50s here for a couple of days. Overnights are in the mid 30s. Saturday, we start warming up once again with gusty winds, returning breezy winds really from the south. Overnight in the mid 40s. Our next chance for rain arrives Sunday. Another windy day, so we've got some windy days here in the forecast, but our next chance of rain Sunday, overnight Sunday into Monday, doesn't look like a big chance, and then we're back in the 70s for the early part of next week. So stay tuned. We stay warm today, but it doesn't last. We got a big cool down right on our doorstep. Overnight tonight, the front moves in. Get ready to be quite a bit more chilly tomorrow morning.